Hello YouTubers, welcome back to GQ Auto Diagnostics and Repair, where my job is to save you money. I hope you guys having a good day, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day you're watching this video. So again, I want to thank you for stopping by on the channel, checking out this video. I hope you find value in it, and if you do, please, like the video, leave your comments down below, and the most important, please subscribe to the channel. I will highly appreciate it. Anyhow, this morning working on 2011 Hyundai Elantra Touring with a 2.0. It's a 4-cylinder automatic transmission, front-wheel drive, and we are gonna bring you and show you how to remove and replace the CV axle, the front driver side, okay, or the left side, front left. Alright, so this procedure is pretty straightforward, and let's get into the video. Make sure when you raise the vehicle, you place your secure the vehicle right, okay, so that way you don't only have the hydraulic jack there, and in case it fails, you don't want to get hurt. Please, take your time and secure the vehicle. Anyhow, let's get into the video. For this repair, as you can see, I turned the steering wheel all the way to the right so it can help me to expose the lower tie rod end. Let me find a place so I can put the camera on so you guys have a better view. Sorry for moving too much the camera. So anyhow, it's right there. Let's get into the video. Okay, so one of the first things we have to remove, it is the split pin or the cotter pin, whatever you call it. That's it. Grab it. It's out. I believe that is 17 millimeters, so we are going to, yep, 17. Boom. Now, a couple things you can do. You can use a hammer, the way I'm going to. Alright guys, so you saw already, remove the split pin and break the nut loose right there. So we're going to use this tool. So there. You want to keep that nut there. Don't remove it, because when this break loose in time, you just pop, and you don't want the tool to actually go flying. So let me adjust this. So that way. See, there it is. Okay, see it right here. Nice, easy. Now remove this. No problemos. Next thing we're gonna do, we're going to remove the cotter pin again, right here for the axle nut. You can grab it there. Move it. I believe this is 34 millimeters. Yes. No, it's actually 32 millimeters. 32. I hope you can see it on the video. Okay. Together. Nice. Now we're gonna tap it a little bit. There you go, it moves. If you don't, it's press on WD-40 or PB Blaster, so you can actually do that. Here on the bottom, we're gonna have two nuts there, so we're gonna remove them. Let me think about this for a second. No, I don't think so. I think we're gonna just remove the nut on the bottom so we can just get it done. There you go. So it should be 17. Seems to be, this is the one that I'm going to be using here. Let's see if we can make this work. There it is. Pop. There you go. Okay, great. We almost pulled this axle out. So now we're gonna use a long brake bar here because we really need to pull this thing down. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see, how can I do this? Pull it away, wash your hand. Alright, so the way that I did this, okay, I put the brake bar right through the control arm, as you can see, and I used a sway bar to anchor it so I can just separate the control arm from the ball joint, in case you wonder. Now I'm going to remove this. All right. Alright, so far we're doing good. Perfect. Okay, so the reason we're replacing the CV axle is because many times when the customer turn the wheel and back up, you can hear clack, 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 but it's not the typical noise that you will hear on a CV axle, like really constant, like it went under sharp turns, or regardless which direction do you go. This one, as you can see, it stays there. It's some areas they don't have grease anymore. Look at that. This should be coming back to center, and that is what is causing that little cracking and popping. And it happened, you see, randomly. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. It took me a little while to figure it out, but I did. Now the next thing you can do here, you can see that you have some play there and the shaft doesn't move. When that happens, you already have an issue there. Let's see if I can get you a better angle, guys. Okay, I'll try to explain things so that way you guys, you know, try to become more knowledgeable about it, and eventually you can do better repairs by yourself. I don't know if you guys can see it there. right here. See, it moves by itself. This part by the shaft is not moving right there. This is the issue, especially this stays there, should come. See, that's what it cracks and pop. So this is how you remove it. I hope you like the video. If you do, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, and I will do my very best to answer any questions you might have. Always compare it with the new one. I have been some complaints on this vehicle, the axle popping out of the transmission, and they replace it again and keep popping, and unfortunately they didn't compare both of them, and the diameter of the shaft going inside the transmission is a little bit thinner, smaller than the original one, and that's why that keep happening. All right, so very, very important. Okay, so the way I do this, okay, it's kind of difficult to see here. Okay, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna use this short breaker bar here, and we're gonna go right, let me see, between the transmission and the behind the axle, and you're gonna put pressure firm and push it, okay? And this comes off quite easy. Now make sure you have something to collect the oil, because you don't want to make a mess and clean up much more than you actually need to. And let's face it, yeah, being a mechanic's already a dirty job, but we don't want to make it worse. Okay, so here's your axle, the old one. Here it is broken, so that tells me that right there it binds right there. So right there it moves okay, nice and smooth, but when it gets to this position it binds. It's like right there. In some areas bind more than others. So in this, you hold it, you have plenty play. This versus this doesn't move and this one move. That is not good. Right there. Alright guys, so I got the correct part right here, and this is the top of the line Duralast Gold. So again, I'm not getting sponsored by Duralast in any way, shape or forms. We purchased this with our money. However, our friends from AutoZone actually did give us a very, very good discount on this, so I highly appreciate it. If you guys watching the videos, again, I can't thank you enough. Alright, so here is the part number. Alright, so that way if you're watching the video as well, you can see it and you can get the right part. If you have this happen to have the same vehicle. So let's wrap it up. Let's look at it. So, as I was showing you earlier in the video, okay, the old CB axle here is loose, and when you twist it like this or turn in the steering wheel, it gets stuck, like bind. It doesn't release like this, you see? That's how it's supposed to do. Sometimes it gets stiff all the way through evenly when they're new. That's okay too. On this situation, this one, okay, it's nice and smooth. You kind of want to go back to the center, okay, in the resting position. So this is very good. The next thing that we must do is to compare the length and here the areas where the splines, where it goes inside the bearing. Make sure we have the tone ring, ring tone, whatever, tone ring, I'm sorry, for the ABS trigger. And right here, the length on the input at the input of the CV axle, it goes inside the transmission, and the base where the bearing and where the seal goes, it's very important they are the same. Alright, so let's put them side to side, and right there so far it look pretty much the same. Alright, Great. We have here. There you go. Nice. The length look pretty much the same. Terrific. We have a winner. Pretty much the same. Cool. Alright guys, so let's put this thing, let's put him to work. Awesome. Okay, let me show you here again really quick here. See how it stays? That is no good. It's stuck. It binds. See? How it jump? See? This one, boom. Nice. Alright, let's get into the repair. I have one more tip that I want to give you guys. Okay, to install this ones, so that way you guys don't have any issues here. Okay, right here, oh, see, this is what to keep a lock in place inside the transmission. Okay, this little lock here, I don't remember right now the name exactly, but when you install this, make sure this is pointing 12 o'clock, so that way someone that's a little bit looser than this, and sometimes the end, if it's pointing down, it will catch up when I try to put it in, and it gets bent, and it's very difficult to remove it, to straighten them up, and to try to keep it nice in place. So keep this at 12 o'clock, and you can just install it with very little effort. Okay, so just let you know that one thing that I discovered working, replacing many of these things is very important to do. Okay, so let's get into the video here. So again, this is gonna be pointing up the opening right there. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that it's placed there. We're gonna try to keep it as straight as possible, and we're gonna use like a plunging action back and forth here. See if we have the room. There it is. You know, sometimes you have to hold the inner part of the axle and keep it centered, because sometimes it tilts a little and it binds. So keep it with the other hand, just plunge action back and forth, and you just heard it. And it just went right there. It's all the way there. Now we're gonna remove this. We're gonna pull the old hub assembly here, spindle. Nice. Nice, I love when the plant come together. Okay, so we're gonna have to move the camera again. Sorry. So we can use our trusty breaker bar. Again, be careful with your fingers when you do this. Fingers. We're in. Yes, sir. Excellent. All right. So we've got to tight this nut. I'm gonna put the torque specs in the description below. I know sometimes I fail to do that, but I'll put them there so you guys can get all the torque specs and know what to do and how to do it. All right. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for staying here to the end of the video if you're still here. I do appreciate it, but I think by you doing that, you get more out of the video, because you can actually understand why I did things the way I did it. But the most important part, how things fail and how to identify what it is and prevent you from becoming a part changer. You don't want to be a part changer, guys. Find the evidence, make your diagnostics, and move on. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time.
Hope you liked the video. If you did, just give it a thumb up, like the video, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel. Again, God bless, do your best, forget the rest, and I will see you in the next video. Later.